Today we're going to be discussing 3 major mistakes home buyers often make when looking for their next home. Hey guys, this is Ryan Smith with the Ryan Smith Home Selling Team in Temple, Texas. Welcome to my video blog again. Today we're going to be discussing 3 major mistakes home buyers often make when searching for their next home. Before we jump into that though, I want to bring your attention to a couple very important links that are on my video blog. First, if you're looking at buying a house right now, please click the Search All Area Homes link you'll see below. And if you're thinking about selling your house right now, please click that free report, home value report link that you'll see below in the blog as well. So now back to our topic. So 3 major mistakes that we often see home buyers make in the home buying process, right? And so there's probably a lot of things we could talk about today. So I really wanted to focus on what are 3 things that we continue to see over and over that make this process probably a little bit more stressful and a little bit more difficult for people as they're searching for their home. So here's what I've come up with. The first thing that I think is a common thing that happens over and over again, it makes it a lot more stressful, is really not being clear on what they want up front. So what do you mean by that? Well, so a lot of times people will get into the home buying search with a general idea of what they want. And sometimes that price range is very broad. The things that they're looking for is very broad. And that can make narrowing down the houses that you want to really look at and really pursue very difficult. So, before you jump into that home buying process, probably one of the most important things that you can do is to sit down with your family and really evaluate these things again. Say, okay, what is the most important thing that I really need out of this house? And then, lay out those priorities. What's the second most important thing that I really, really need out of this house for me to enjoy it and for our family to enjoy it? And so really get very crystal clear on what are the things that we really need to have here and what things maybe aren't quite as important, right? And so as you spend some time figuring out, what can I compromise on and which things do I absolutely need to stick tight to, I absolutely cannot compromise on, right? That's going to help as you get into that home search to make sure that you've got a crystal clear idea of what does success really look like here, so that way when you find the house that meets all that criteria, you found a winner. Okay, so first thing, let's get real clear on what we're looking for. Second thing, not considering resale value. That's certainly important. A lot of folks will say, okay, I love this house, but I don't care where it's at. I'm just going to go ahead and buy it. Well, that's great, but unfortunately, one thing we found in life is folks rarely stay in one place forever. So, at some point, a lot of times people are coming across that situation where they actually need to sell that house, right? And if you've bought your home in an area that's very difficult to resell homes in, that can make for a very financially and stressful situation, down the road. So being very mindful, okay, what is the resale value like for the homes that in the area of where we're purchasing? Are houses appreciating in value or are they depreciating value? Is this a place that people really want to live? Because if it is a place that people really want to live, it's probably going to make it a whole lot easier to sell it down the road. If this is a place nobody wants to live, well, that might make selling it down the road a little bit tougher, right? So being very mindful, what are the resale values like and what are the property values doing in the neighborhood that I'm purchasing in? Are property values going up consistently? Has it been a desirable place to live? Or are property values decreasing consistently? Probably a very good and important thing to know. And finally, what is the number one biggest mistake that we see home buyers make? And guys, I wish I could just scream this from the mountaintops, right? So it is so important to make sure that you get a good lender up front. So now here's what I hear every day. Guys, I've been in all these situations and I hear, well, I hear what you're saying that we probably need to go to a local lender, but I've been with this bank for a long time. I've been with these people for a long time. They're going to make sure that my process goes smooth. Well, I heard that there's been bad experiences at this place before, but my loan will be the exception. Well, I'm here to be honest with you. Rarely are we the exception, right? So what we found is if you go with an out-of-town lender or you go with some of these larger institutions, a lot of times we see our clients getting lost in the numbers, Whereas if you go to a good, strong local lender, you're going to get phenomenal customer service, you're going to get very competitive rates, and you're going to get a better experience overall. A lot of times what we see with these big out-of-town lenders or big institutional lenders is we see those buyers getting lost in the process. So, there's a lot of inefficiency in that process. It typically drags the closing out a lot longer. Very often the lenders are missing their closing dates. So whereas you'd lined up your movers and you'd lined up your appliances to be delivered at a certain day and time, and all of a sudden now we got to reschedule that and move it another week and another week, or keep delaying things, which obviously is going to agitate yourself and cause a lot of frustration. It's also going to agitate the seller, right? Because they're in this situation with you. So here's what happens. So you get a good local lender. I can just tell you, if you get a good one, that rarely happens. That's why we like to recommend Fairway Mortgage here in Belton. That's Matt Wood's group. Matt Wood, Shannon Alexander. They are awesome at getting loans done and getting them done with extremely high level of customer service, meeting their deadlines that are given to them. They are the best. So if you guys are thinking about, even if you're thinking about refinancing your house, this is very important on the refinancing side too. Do you want to have a very smooth refinance? I'm telling you guys, these guys are the best. So once again, to review. So number one, we want to be really clear about what we're looking for. Know what you want before you go and start your home search. Number two, we want to be buying a property, that's in an area that the values are doing well and that resale value is strong. And then finally, we want to make sure that we have an excellent local lender. And it doesn't just have to be Matt. I point them out because we have a great relationship with them and they do an awesome job for us. But there are other local lenders as well that can do a great job. But I can definitely tell you, if you go with Matt and his crew, you're going to have an awesome experience. So thank you so much for checking out my video. I appreciate you coming back to check this out. If you have any real estate questions, please reach out to me and we'll catch you next time.